So hey guys, I'm going to be doing a little thing for you all called an anatomy project that's worth a good portion of your grade, and you really don't have the time to be making a big giant model like some people are doing, so you decide to do a video that you think is hilarious and creative in fact, but it probably really isn't. Anyway, so let's doodle up a little diagram, shall we? Here is a cube. What do you think it's going to be? Well, before you answer, a cube is always going to be a cube, so we're just going to pretend that it's going to be something else for this. Now let's pretend that by some means you find a way to take a little cube out of your skin and then blow it up to the size of your head. Big cube. Yes. That's this cube right here. And in this cube we'll find the Integumentary system. Fun. So now we're going to do what majority of society does upon seeing something new that we don't understand, and that is give it a label. We're going to divide it up into a few different parts. Epidermis, a little below that the papillary layer, dermis, the reticular layer, and the hypodermis. Yay. Alright, so in this big pile of dermis is going to be a hair. This hair goes down into the little rabbit hole and makes a cozy little home, plants its roots. The little shaft right here is called the hair shaft. When we go a little deeper to discover who this hair truly is, we're just going to slap another label onto it and call the stuff under the skin the hair follicle. This little thing? The hair's root. Its heritage, its beginnings. It's what forms the hair itself. Now it turns from a hair into a cute little tree. Ha, 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 ha. Well, see now. The little hair is enjoying its life of slouching and being relaxed and worry-free. Maybe they have some friends who show up in their little life, but are then brutally murdered by a laser or 3 little blades that are going across the skin, and they're just left behind. So sad. But at one point in this little hair's life, it's gonna snap to attention and be standing straight up. You may be able to relate to this feeling of suddenly paying attention out of fear or some other very cold feeling, when a certain teacher tosses their marker at a board and walks out of the classroom saying they quit out of blind fury due to your inattentiveness. It stands straight up thanks to a thing called the erector pili muscle. In addition to the erector pili muscle, there's another thing around the hair follicle called the sebaceous glands. These little things make oils called sebum that make the hair lubricated. Now sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot, people sweat. This sweat comes from 2 different little glands scattered throughout the skin called the eccrine sweat gland and a different gland called the apocrine gland, which I don't have to label so I won't be talking about it too much. Just know the apocrine gland makes gross stinky sweat, and eccrine makes that sweat that may stink if you've eaten something funky. But it just generally cools the body down. The sweat from the eccrine gland comes out of, from surprise, a sweat pore. So there's these little thing called nerves that this video is probably metaphorically getting on yours by my horrible attempt at being funny. Attached around the hair follicle is something called the root hair plexus. It sounds exciting, and it really is. Each forms a network around a hair follicle and is a receptor. It sends nervous impulses to the brain when the hair moves. Attached to the plexus is a bunch of little free nerve endings. These 2 things, along with sensory nerve fibers, let you feel little crawly things like an ant along the skin, or someone being uncomfortably close to you and invading your personal space when you really wish they wouldn't. There's one more nerve ending in the skin that goes by the name of the Pacinian corpuscle. It's nothing exciting, really. It just helps the skin feel vibrations and pressure. So at the lowest of the low of this little cube is something called adipose tissue. It's that gross-looking yellow stuff that makes the skin a bit stretchy. Meshed along with this layer of skin is a vein and artery with at least 4 branches. The vein and its arteries both transport blood along the skin. So that's the entire project. Hopefully I gave you a better understanding of the integumentary system through this grand old video.